Hello, my name is Carl. I'm 2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango, and today we are going to do a portable QRP from the woods using the most minimal equipment I can carry. The aim today is really quite simple. I have to limit the amount of weight I can carry on my back. I've got a foot injury. It's been going on for a few weeks now, but it's not stopping me getting out. I'm in the process of recovering by exercising, but it just means that I've got to carry less weight in my backpack. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity just to go back to basics a little bit and think, okay, what can I carry that isn't going to add too much weight, that allows me to get out, do some portable radio for an hour or so, to have some fun outdoors. So I've brought with me the FT-817 with a internal battery. I brought with me a Sota Beams dipole. I'm going to try and work 20 meters. I've also brought a hammock with me as well, just so I can sit down. So I've got a hammock, FT-817, Sota Beams, I've got a logbook, I've got a flask of tea, a little toolkit, and a throw line. So that's it. That's the kit for today. I'm just going to go into. I'll head into here. I might go a bit further back and cut across into the woods and try find an opening where I can set up. So I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, just work my way through. I think I'll go down a little bit, and there's a gap through there. I'll head through there and then see if we can find a spot where I can set up. Right, I've walked back on myself a little bit as I went through deep into the woods. There's a lot of fallen trees, quite a lot of them, and then there's a lot of young saplings, a lot of younger trees close together. So I've come back. This opens up quite nicely. It's not a million miles away from the main path that walks through the woods, but I'm not trying to hide from anybody. Just want to get into the woods, find some space and set up. There's enough clearance between these trees to get the antenna up. I'm using a dipole for 20 meters, so I want to get up about over 5 meters if I can, get that center point up high enough, and then try and get the two ends up off the ground a bit more to try and maximize the I'm only using maybe between 3 and 5 watts, so you know, QRP, I haven't really got much power to throw around, so I need to concentrate a little bit on getting the antenna as best I can, and then who knows, I might be able to make a contact. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a minute. I'll try to straighten that. Brought with me a throw line as well, even though the Sota Beams does come with a guy line that you can put a weight onto. Thought it was worth just bringing a little bit of extra weight with this. I lost my original weight. I used to use a big nut and bolt, so I found the only thing that I've got that's got a bit of weight behind it. I've got a lock, a very old rusty lock. That'll do the trick though. If I can just get a decent knot on it, and then I can get this up over 5 meters. Right, that's over 5 meters up there. Okay, this will be fun. Nope, that's no good. Oh, whoa! say that I'm happy about that is a slight understatement. It's a monster, that is. That's my favourite lock. The good thing about it is the lock has got, you know, you can undo it and turn it around and slide the throw line off it, so it's easy to be able to deal with the throw line that's tied onto it. Right, back in a minute. Happy with that. Got the I'm just tightening up a bit. I've got the centre is probably about 6.5, 7 meters off the ground, and that'll get the impedance to about 50 ohms. And I've got the ends up out the way. Where I can, I've tried not to get the wires caught on any trees, not making any contact with any trees or any branches. Sometimes it's quite difficult in a woodland location, but it's up. I'm just going to have a tune around, see what's going on. Well, there's no tuning, but I'm just going to have a listen around, see what's going on, and then we'll talk a little bit more around why I chose this setup.
Foxtrot 4, Charlie Zulu Victor, 20 meters down. Secure 20, this is Foxtrot 4, Charlie Zulu Victor, F4 CZV, calling 20 and standing by, go ahead.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. Lovely, SWR is low. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Mike, Hotel Bravo 9, Bravo Foxtrot Mike. Hotel Bravo 9, Bravo Foxtrot Mike. Foxtrot 4, Charlie Zulu Victor.
Some QRP on that. Plus a short skip from France. I'll keep having a listen around, see if I find any stronger stations. I'll give this one a go for a few minutes, and then I'll have a cup of tea. Right, it's a delicate operation getting onto a hammock with a radio next to you. Let's just put that there a minute. I'll listen around. Somebody's quite strong there. Oh, there. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. Okay, Gran Canarias. There's no background noise.
I think I want to find here, so we shall be still out here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm 1 Charlie Delta X-ray.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango, QRP.
Hello C2, Oscar Victor 1 Charlie Delta X-ray.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango, QRP.
X-ray.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Delta X-ray, calling CQ20 and standing by.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Ocean entry, cover uniform.
So I had a choice this morning. I thought I need to pick the right gear to come out today. So the choice was either the ICOM 703. It would give me 10 watts. It would give me a bigger screen to work with, but with that you have the extra weight, and it's a bigger radio. It's got an ATU built into it and all sorts. So a 703, 10 watts battery, big screen. It's compared to a FT-817, which is internal battery. I only get between sort of 3 and 5 watts. So it is proper QRP. The screen is much smaller, but it's much more lightweight and smaller to fit in a smaller backpack. So I decided to go for the 817. I don't need a screen to look at too much, just to check the SWR really, but the rest of it I just sort of listen while I'm moving around, and I might check if I'm directly on frequency or not. With QRP, it also means that I have to think about the antenna differently as well. So rather than using a compromised antenna, or an antenna that might not be perfectly in tune, because using a radio that you've only got a few watts anyway, can't waste them. So I wanted something that I know is resonant, and if I can get it high enough and get the ends high enough, I may do okay with that. So decided to go for the SOTA beams, the 817, nice and lightweight. Then I thought about, do I want to go out to a field somewhere and put a vertical pole up with some guys, or go for a quarter wave, and I started to think, well actually I want really lightweight. I want to be able to sit down properly, and I want to be able to get the antenna off the ground. So I thought, I'll come to the woods, I can make a seat, get the antenna up, got beautiful nature around me. The only disadvantage really is that in dense woodland your signal is absorbed going out. So there's pluses and minuses for all these choices, but it means that I've managed to get the antenna, the hammock, the radio, and the guy, the throwing kit, and a cup of tea, and a few bits and bobs like logbook, all into a sling bag. It's lighter, and therefore less pressure on this dodgy foot that I've got at the moment. I won't go into detail about it, but putting pressure down on it really hurts. So I've managed to get out, really simple setup, back to basics. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get a contact just to make it all feel, you know, nicely rounds the day off. But if not, at least being out, doing a bit of portable radio, having a tune around, having a go at it, is better than sitting home not having a go at it. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Uniform something mobile.
Definitely got the UK coming in. Just at an M6 station. So there's hope for me yet on QRP power. Well, I mean, M6s can use 10 watts, but have like 10 dB gain on the antenna if they've got like a huge Yaesu for 20 meters on 10 watts.
Forward and Yaesu beam, 28 minutes up, running here with a power speed with 600 whiskey. My linje amplifier is 8,6, and this is my solar start linje amplifier. And the weather here today in Denmark, 25 degrees sunny day here, and night 26 living on the island.
While Frank's just dealing with the other operators rather than me, I just want to read out one of the comments. I get loads of great comments on the channel. I just want to say thank you to everybody for these. I want to say thank you to everybody for these comments. I really appreciate. It makes it really worthwhile when you get asked questions and people say that, you know, they've learned things from either myself or some of the other people that I also follow on YouTube. I'll do a video soon as well as some of the UK YouTubers that we've started to get together. I'll probably be in the video after. I'll go in a bit more detail about the EU bunch. You know, it's a great bunch of chaps on the radio. But one of these comments, I'll just read it out. I'll get my glasses on and read it out. Okay, glasses are on. So this is from Marcus. It says, thanks Carl, the antenna has been updated. This was on one of my older videos where I used almost like a mobile 2-meter antenna plugged in the front of the 817, and I was using that on 2 meters as a sort of backpack portable. Has it been updated with the MP1 DP Max? And then this chap's just, he's got an FT-817 as well, and just passed his foundation, which is dead good. He's got a Sota Beams dipole like this one for getting out, but he just wants something for 2 meters. But when I go out on 2 meters nowadays, I tend to use the Slim Jim on either a large 6 meter pole. We've also got a 4 meter pole. I'll put a link above here on one of the videos that where I've used that, and that all fits into a backpack really easily. I use a little 4 meter pole with a Slim Jim on. I've had some cracking contacts on that on 2 meters. When it comes to actually using low power on HF, compared to the early days where I used to use like super antenna, I even use a loop and all sorts, I discovered just by doing it rather than reading about it too much, that actually on low power, on a compromised antenna, you're going to lose a lot of your output, you know, unless you're very lucky that you've got great conditions and you just hit it right. It's much better on lower power foundation level, especially to think about the antenna, make it resonant. Don't rely on ATUs. So today there's no ATU in my kit, and the dipole's perfect antenna. The wire dipole is perfect for getting up in the air. It's not too complex. You can make them yourself. You can buy them, like this one, but you can also make them. They're quite simple. Basically, you just got 2 pieces of wire cut to the band that you want them in. There's plenty. I put a link in below with a 1-to-1 balance, because you want to change the balance to the unbalanced of the feeder cable. They really are simple to make, but to focus on antennas. So the aim is to focus on an antenna that is resonant, and if you can get some gain on it, even better, because that gain will give your small amount of wattage a bit more of an amplification, so you can amplify it just through the antenna. And also it really is key, which, you know, with this antenna I'm going to lose a little bit through this coax. Got a 10 meter run of I'm not sure if it's a Mini 8, is it called Mini 8? I'm not sure, but so by the time my 3-4 watts gets to the center point of the antenna, it's probably down to about 2 watts. But with it being up in the air, you know, I'm not going to lose too much of that through the antenna itself. So yeah, I've moved away from compromise, especially on very low power, especially on bands like 20 and 40 and 80. 10 meters you can sort of get away with it because it isn't too much of a compromise. Having a coil in an antenna on 10 meters, it's only a smaller coil than it would be for the coil that you'll need for 40 meters. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment with my current thinking on antennas on HF. And then on 2 meters, I swear by the Slim Jim for backpacking. It's a cracking simple antenna to use. I think Frank's gone.
Thank you. QFA?
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Radio 3 station, go ahead.
Okay.
Radio number 3. 73 Dania. Have a good day, and I wish you again on Charlie Whiskey, okay? Dania, QFA, Oscar Victor 1 Charlie Delta X-ray.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Radio 2 Delta Germany.
So just noticed, because this is such a sharp angle, this is getting a bit old now. It started to fray the outer cover of this coax. So I need to be really careful here of not breaking this, because I can't fix that in the field. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
2 Echo 0, Echo Chris, you're very quick speaker there. I cannot understand your call sign. Give me your call sign a little more slowly. I'm old man here, go ahead.
Yeah, 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango.
Echo Zulu Kilo?
Tango, Tango, Tango.
What's the last letter?
Tango, Tango, Tango.
Tango, Tango, Tango. Echo Zulu Tango.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
Okay, very good morning from Denmark. You are 5x5 with your QSP and your signal there. I know you work in QRP. My name is Frank here, F-I-N-K, Frank in Denmark, yourself?
Yeah, Roger, Roger, all copy there, Frank. The name is Carl, Charlie, Alpha, Romeo, Lima, using 5 watts and portable QRP from Woodlands in the middle of the UK, QSL.
Yeah, okay, Carl, thank you much for you using the QRP power, yeah, okay. So let's see, and stay safe, and we'll see you again. Have a good weekend, Carl, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much there, Frank. 7-3.
7-3, QSL.
Right, I was right in the middle of moving the radio so that the feed line, the coax, wasn't being stretched when Frank called QRZ. I called out to him and he heard me, so that's why the radio was all twisted, and I was all twisted then because I was just in the middle of trying to fix things. But yes, so I've got a contact in. That makes me happy. I'm going to try and get another one in while I'm on a roll. I've got 5.5 into Denmark, so that's not too bad. I've got out, it's working. Right, try and get another one.
Much, and then you know, I was going for the whole package, and the one thing you mentioned about the lockdown, not being able to move.
2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. Yeah, Roger, Roger, yeah, it's at QRP station, QRP. You are 51 in central part of the UK, QSL. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, 7-3, bye-bye.
Bye. Oscar November to Lima Victor Charlie Portable in Oscar November.
That's 2. There is a scan function on this, which I don't use very often. Not scanning. When I've hit FT8, I've gone too low. Is that going down? Oh, it's very quiet. Something like that. A bit loud. Don't like that scan function. Don't like that. Do it by hand. Right. 2 Echo 0, Echo Zulu Tango. 2 Echo 0, Echo. It's in there using the control on here. It means I can actually use the radio still, and the antenna is not stretched anymore. That works alright. Okay, it's been a fun trip out to the woods. Got 2 contacts in. The band has gone quieter. There's somebody here really quiet. I'm not sure if they're going QRZ or not. Listening intently. Nope, they're not. Nice chilling out on the hammock, cup of tea, radio. Quite enjoy going back to basics in some ways. Quite enjoy working with basic equipment. I 2 Echo 0 Echo Zulu Tango. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, can you hit that subscribe button. You can find me on Facebook, I am 2E0EZT. You can also find me on Instagram, do a search for 2E0EZT Amateur Radio. And yes, I look forward to the next video, so bye bye for now.